Superman, the Man of Steel, one of the most powerful and iconic heroes in all of comics. He is the measuring stick, the one every other superhero gets compared to. But today we are flipping things around. We are taking a look at the rare few who might actually stand a chance against him. That is right. This is not about tearing Superman down. It is about finding the characters who could push him to his absolute limit. Welcome to 10 characters who can beat Superman. Hulk, the strongest there is, but not the regular Hulk, not the one who trades punches with Avengers or smashes tanks for fun. This is Worldbreaker Hulk, a version of Bruce Banner pushed so far by pain and betrayal that he became something more, something terrifying. And if there is anyone who could beat Superman through pure power alone, it is this Hulk. At Worldbreaker level, Hulk is a walking apocalypse. He destroyed a planet tougher than Earth just by letting out his anger. His footsteps cracked tectonic plates. His presence caused city-level quakes. He was not fighting, he was just standing there. And here is where it gets scary. He was still holding back. His strength is limitless. The angrier he gets, the stronger he becomes. That has always been true. But in this form, the ceiling is gone. No upper limit, just rising power. Now think about Superman, the Man of Steel. He has bench-pressed the Earth for 5 days straight. He has held black holes in his hands. But unlike Hulk, Superman's power has a cap. It is astronomically high, yes, but it is not infinite. Superman uses restraint. Hulk does not. Superman tries to end fights quickly. Hulk thrives in the long game. And the longer this fight goes on, the worse it becomes for Superman. Even if Clark blitzed him at light speed, even if he burned him with solar-level heat vision or froze him mid-air, Hulk would heal, adapt, and explode with more force than before. Eventually, Superman would have nothing left that could hold him back. And if that is not enough, the next guy is not only strong, he commands thunder, has fought gods, and wields one of the most magical weapons in all of comics. Get ready, man, because Thor is coming. Thor, the god of thunder, Prince of Asgard, one of the most iconic warriors in all of Marvel Comics. And when it comes to facing Superman, Thor is not just a contender, he is a direct rival. In fact, there may not be a more evenly matched fight in all of comics. Because while Superman brings raw power, Thor brings thousands of years of battle experience, divine strength, and one of the most dangerous weapons ever created. Let us talk about that hammer. Mjolnir is not just enchanted, it is forged in the heart of a dying star. It channels cosmic storms, warps gravity, manipulates energy, and hits like a supernova. Thor has used it to level planets, knock Galactus off his feet, and blast through nearly indestructible force fields. He can call down lightning that melts adamantium. He has the strength to wrestle giants, the speed to fight Silver Surfer, and the durability to tank world-ending attacks. And unlike Superman, Thor does not hold back. But what makes this matchup special is the balance. Superman has the edge in raw speed. He can cross galaxies in seconds and move faster than thought. But Thor has magic, and Superman has always been vulnerable to magic. From the God Blast to Mjolnir's enchantments, Thor can attack in ways that ignore Superman's natural defenses. Even their mindsets clash. Superman is the idealist, always aiming to restrain and protect. Thor is a battle-hardened god who finishes what he starts. If they met in a true fight, it would be a war, a clash of titans, and depending on the day, Thor might walk away the winner. But what if brute strength and thunder are not the only ways to win? What if the next challenger uses reality-bending sorcery instead of fists? Step into the sanctum, because Doctor Strange is up next. Dr. Stephen Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme, master of the mystic arts. When you are talking about characters who can beat Superman, Doctor Strange is a name that always comes with a curveball, because this is not a physical fight. This is magic, and magic is one of Superman's biggest weaknesses. Doctor Strange is not just some wizard with a few tricks. He is the top magic user in the entire Marvel Universe. He has fought and defeated beings who exist beyond time, clashed with demons that dwarf entire planets, and manipulated the multiverse like it was his personal chessboard. He can summon eldritch gods, freeze time, create pocket dimensions, trap enemies in eternal loops, and alter reality with a flick of his wrist. Superman has speed, strength, and flight. But that does not mean much if Doctor Strange turns the battlefield into a void of pure chaos. He could hit Superman with a spell that removes his powers, banish him to another realm, or cast illusions so real that Clark cannot tell what is real and what is not. And even if Superman tried to blitz him, Strange has defenses that move faster than thought. The Cloak of Levitation keeps him agile. The Eye of Agamotto sees through deception. The Book of Vishanti gives him access to near-infinite knowledge. He is not just powerful, he is prepared. Superman's heat vision might scorch the skies, but Strange would twist that energy into something unrecognizable. And the longer the fight goes on, the more advantage Strange has. This is not a battle of fists. It is a battle of minds, of will, and of arcane mastery. And in that world, Strange reigns supreme. But if you think magic makes things complicated, wait until we bring in someone with cosmic awareness and the power to reshape matter itself. Silver Surfer is gliding in next. Silver Surfer, Herald of Galactus, rider of the cosmic tides. If there is one character who blends raw power, speed, and intellect into a single silver streak across the stars, it is him. And against Superman, Silver Surfer brings something to the table that is not just dangerous, but game-changing. Because he is not just strong, he is not just fast, he is everything. Let us talk strength. Silver Surfer can go head-to-head with beings like the Hulk, Thor, and even cosmic gods. He has shattered planets, tanked black holes, and flown straight through stars without slowing down. And then comes his speed. Faster than light is not even the ceiling. He can warp space around him, shift dimensions, and react before most opponents can think. But the real danger is the power cosmic. This energy gives Silver Surfer control over matter, energy, and even the fundamental forces of the universe. He can heal wounds, create force fields, manipulate elements, and unleash blasts that rival supernovas. But it goes deeper. He has cosmic awareness. That means the second he lays eyes on Superman, he knows his strengths. He knows his weaknesses. He could generate red sun radiation or even recreate kryptonite on the spot. That is not speculation. He has done it before with other weaknesses. Superman might be able to overpower him in a straight-up fistfight, but Silver Surfer would never let the fight stay that simple. He has too many tools, too many ways to twist the outcome, and most of all, he has the intelligence to use them. But if Silver Surfer is cosmic calm and precision, then the next challenger is pure chaos wrapped in power. He is unstable, unpredictable, and when he snaps, he becomes something Superman may not survive. Brace yourself. Sentry is next. Sentry, the Golden Guardian of Good. On the surface, he might seem like Marvel's version of Superman. Flight, strength, speed, invulnerability. But when you look closer, Sentry is not just another powerhouse. He is a walking force of nature with the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns. And when he lets go, there may be no one, not even Superman, who can stop him. Sentry's strength is off the charts. He has ripped gods in half. He has overpowered the Hulk, shattered barriers between dimensions, and regenerated from being torn apart. His durability is ridiculous. He has survived black holes, reformed his entire body from nothing, and tanked energy blasts that erased other beings from existence. And if Superman tries to end the fight fast, Sentry can match that speed. He flies at faster than light speeds and reacts in microseconds. But that is not even the real problem. The real problem is the Void. That is Sentry's other side, a dark, monstrous personality buried deep within him that represents everything terrifying and uncontrollable. When the Void takes over, Sentry does not just fight. He unravels reality. He becomes cruel, calculating, and absolutely unrelenting. He once wiped out an entire army with a thought. He once tore a god apart and stood in his place. Superman may be stronger in a controlled environment. He might even win in a traditional superhero battle. But if Sentry breaks, if the Void comes out, this turns into something else entirely. Something cosmic, something horrifying. And if that sounds dangerous, just wait. Because the next person does not need a split personality or solar energy to rewrite reality. She does it with 3 whispered words. Up next is a reality-warping sorceress who turned the entire universe upside down. Get ready, Scarlet Witch is coming. Scarlet Witch, Wanda Maximoff, the reality warper, the chaos bringer. On a surface level, she might not seem like a match for Superman. She does not have the muscle. She does not throw punches like Thor or fly through black holes like Silver Surfer. But that is exactly what makes her so dangerous. Because Scarlet Witch does not need to overpower Superman, she can rewrite the rules of the fight entirely. Wanda's magic is chaos incarnate. She has taken out entire armies with a gesture. She has undone spells from the Sorcerer Supreme. And most importantly, she has rewritten reality on a universal scale. In House of M, she changed the entire world with just 3 words. No more mutants. That was not a suggestion. That was a command that erased the powers of nearly every mutant on Earth. That level of power is not just magic. It is something close to omnipotence. Now imagine that power pointed directly at Superman. She could turn yellow sunlight into red. She could nullify his powers with a thought. She could trap him in illusions that feel as real as life. And if things got desperate, Wanda could erase him from reality before he could even react. That is not hyperbole. It is what she does. Of course, she is not invincible. She is vulnerable to emotional breakdowns and unpredictable outcomes. But when she is focused, when she is angry, when she is fighting for something she believes in, there are very few characters in any universe who can stop her. Superman is not one of them. But if you think Wanda is unstable, wait until you meet the next character. His mind holds 1,000 personalities, each with its own unique and terrifying power. Up next is Legion. Legion. David Haller, son of Charles Xavier, one of the most unpredictable and overpowered mutants in the entire Marvel Universe. He is not a hero. He is not a villain. He is a walking storm of raw potential. And when it comes to beating Superman, Legion is one of the few who could do it without ever lifting a finger. What makes Legion so dangerous is not just power, it is scale. He has thousands of personalities living in his mind, and each one controls a different mutant ability. Some control time, some warp reality. Others can rewrite physics, erase people from existence, or bend dimensions like paper. That is not theory. Legion has erased people from the timeline. He has created entire universes inside his own head. He has even rewritten himself out of reality and then forced his way back in. Now imagine Superman trying to fight that. Sure, he is fast. He is strong. He is almost indestructible. But none of that matters when the rules of the fight are being rewritten by someone whose mind is already beyond time and space. Legion does not need to trade punches. He can turn Superman into stone, remove his powers, reverse his birth, or trap him in a time loop where the fight never started. But the danger with Legion is always the same: control. If he is in command of his mind, he is unbeatable. If he is not, the chaos turns inward. Still, even in that chaos, Superman would be out of his depth. This is not a physical fight. It is a mental one, and Legion wins that every time. But if Legion brings chaos through fractured minds, the next challenger brings something even bigger: cosmic fire and unstoppable will. The Phoenix Force has entered the arena. Jean Grey is next. Jean Grey, the heart of the X-Men. But when bonded with the Phoenix Force, she becomes something else entirely. Not just powerful, cosmically overwhelming. The Phoenix is not just another energy source or alien entity. It is the embodiment of all life, death, and rebirth in the universe. And when Jean Grey becomes its host, she is elevated to one of the most unstoppable forces in all of Marvel. As the Phoenix, Jean has erased planets, rebuilt timelines, and casually manipulated matter on a molecular level. Her telepathy spans galaxies. Her telekinesis can disintegrate enemies atom by atom. She does not just overpower people, she overwhelms reality itself. In one story, she destroyed a star system without effort. In another, she resurrected herself from nothing. The line between life and death? For Phoenix Jean, it does not exist. So what happens when someone like her goes up against Superman? Well, it is not a fair fight, not because Clark is weak, but because the Phoenix does not follow the rules. Speed, strength, heat vision, none of it matters when your opponent can rip your atoms apart before you take a step. Jean could invade Superman's mind, turn his powers off, or burn the very cells that store his solar energy. Even Superman's greatest feats pale when compared to a cosmic force that consumes galaxies. Jean Grey is not just a match, she is a god in battle form. If she is in full control, it is already over. But what if it goes even further? What if the next opponent does not just manipulate matter, he defines it? The next challenger does not need gods or forces. He is the reason the universe still holds shape. Coming up next, the reality-bending might of Molecule Man. Molecule Man. Owen Reese, a quiet, unassuming man, until you realize he is one of the most powerful beings in the entire multiverse. This is not exaggeration. Molecule Man has complete control over all matter and energy at a molecular level. And when that kind of power is fully unleashed, even someone like Superman would not last long. Owen is not a fighter. He is not a warrior or a tactician, but none of that matters. Because if he decides something needs to stop existing, it stops. He can disassemble planets, vaporize people, or rewrite the very physics of the universe. At his full potential, he has shattered dimensions, erased cosmic entities, and even frightened beings like the Beyonders. Think about that for a second. The Beyonders, creatures who exist outside all known realities, were afraid of him. That is the level we are dealing with here. Now bring Superman into the picture. Yes, he is nearly indestructible. Yes, he can move at faster than light speeds. Yes, he has bench-pressed planets and flown through stars. But none of that helps when your opponent can snap his fingers and rearrange the atoms in your body. Owen could make Superman's skin turn into air. He could shift the gravity around him until he is crushed. He could turn sunlight into lead. The possibilities are infinite and terrifying. The only thing that has ever held Molecule Man back is his own mind, his fear, his self-doubt. But when he overcomes that, when he fully embraces who he is, there is no limit. But what if someone did not just bend reality? What if someone could build it from scratch? Someone born with power even Molecule Man fears. Because next we meet the boy who rewrites everything. Franklin Richards is coming. Franklin Richards, son of Reed Richards and Susan Storm. But do not let the last name fool you. This is not just another member of the Fantastic Four. Franklin is one of the most powerful mutants and reality warpers in the history of comics. We are talking about a kid who created entire universes for fun, not explored them, not entered them, created them. Even as a child, Franklin displayed powers that shocked cosmic entities. He made pocket universes to save lives. He restored broken realities. He survived multiversal collapses. He has been called a god. Celestials, the literal space gods of Marvel, fear him. Galactus once served him. That is not a metaphor. That is canon. Now imagine Franklin Richards going head-to-head with Superman. The Man of Steel has stood against cosmic forces, gods, time travelers, and dimensional threats. But Franklin is something else. He is a creator, a being who can twist the laws of physics, time, and existence with a thought. He does not need to hit Superman. He could erase his powers, turn him into a bird, trap him in a new reality where Krypton never exploded. He could even rewrite Superman's story before it begins. The truth is, Superman does not have a defense for this. Not because he is weak, but because Franklin operates on a level above what most superheroes can even comprehend. He is not just a powerhouse, he is the blueprint, and that makes him the most dangerous of them all. So there it is, 10 characters who could take down Superman, some with strength, others with strategy, and a few with powers that break every rule. And while Superman may be the gold standard, even legends can meet their match when the universe fights back. Superman stands tall as one of the greatest heroes ever created, but even giants have challengers. These 10 characters prove that sometimes strength alone is not enough to win. Got your own pick for who could take him down? Let us know in the comments, tap that like button with Multiversal Force, and subscribe so you never miss a battle like this again.